It's no secret, North Carolina's brewing culture is growing by leaps and hops. Get it? Well, from the mountains to the coast, craft beer lovers can probably find a local brewery right in their hometown. And if you're in Wilmington, you can find more than a handful. Here's a look at 3 of the port city's most popular breweries.
As if there were not enough cool things to see and do in Wilmington already. Now the port city is making a run at the crafty business of beer brewing. Several new breweries have popped up in just the past year. And then there's the grandfather of the Wilmington craft breweries, Front Street, celebrating its 20th anniversary in 2015.
I mean, the craft beer movement it's amazing, and I think it just comes down to people with passion and people with creativity, and I think it has a lot to do with also customer awareness.
In other words, the more people taste the microbrews, the more they like it. Miss Cole started her career path as an amateur brewer with a bucket.
Yeah, pretty much. It was me, just a 5-gallon bucket. I actually decided to brew my first batch with, at the time, my significant other. And I wouldn't recommend brewing for your first time with your partner. It ended up in a fight, but it's funny because the beer actually turned out pretty good, and we called it the Home Wrecker Pale Ale.
Now she brews about a dozen beers to keep things hoppin' at one of the most popular food and drink stops on Wilmington's Front Street. With other breweries now popping up around town, the Front Street folks think the future of craft beer outlets will only get brighter.
Definitely, it's had a positive impact. I think the more and more breweries that open up around town, the more it makes Wilmington a destination for beer.
Just up Front Street, you'll get no argument from Micah Brandis at Cape Fear Wine and Beer.
There's a ton of new breweries popping up here in town. Flytrap is just around the corner. Ironclad is about to open up a block from here. The Good Hops fellas down in Carolina Beach, Broomtail, so much more too that are in the workings that haven't even quite been released yet. We're really excited.
Cape Fear Wine and Beer serves about 300 different kinds of beer from all parts of the world. But the local movement, as Micah calls it, has her and other Wilmington beer aficionados frothed up. One of the newest breweries in town is just a few blocks away. Flytrap Brewing Company on Walnut Street is owned and operated by Mike Barlas. He's the brewer and business entrepreneur putting in the big hours in hopes of making this dream come true. He spent 7 years tinkering as a home brewer before he put his MBA to work as a professional brewer.
All of the home brewing was done through that lens where that goal was to make this my job.
Flytrap is off to a good start with sales and many positive reviews from clients. Flytrap and other craft breweries begin small and very local. I mean, like in their own location. Broomtail Craft Brewery opened at an industrial park at the outskirts of Wilmington in 2014. How have things been going?
Great. It's producing everything we produce, we're selling.
Were you surprised?
No, because I think Wilmington's ready for this. It's been ready for this. The clientele, the market's here. It was just untapped.
Barry, the brewmaster at Broomtail, is Lisa's husband. He's a water chemist by trade, and water preparation is a big part of the Broomtail beers. Choosing a type of beer to make comes first.
And then we analyze the water and make sure it is the proper profile before we make beer with it. It literally takes us around 6 hours to make the water before we make a batch of beer.
Wilmington has acquired nearly a half-dozen new breweries in the past year, and there's no sign of a slowdown anytime soon. I'm Rick Sullivan for North Carolina Weekend.
One good way to find out more about breweries in Wilmington and all around the state is the website for the North Carolina Craft Brewers Guild. It's pretty easy to remember, ncbeer.org.